Bronco fanatics, it's Keith with Rising Phoenix Bronco, and she's wrapped in plastic. We must be doing something today. That's right, it's Lizardskin Day. Alright, so this is day one of Lizardskin. Don't have to booth it, it's not toxic, it's a latex-based paint, so just keeping the overspray off of anything valuable. That's kind of the objective. A couple of things we need to go over is the Lizardskin. I bought the application kit. I have 4 gallons of the sound control out. I have 2 more gallons in the garage because those are being reserved for the roof over there, but I want to get the body done today. So inside the kit, the ubiquitous instructions, same as the PDF you find online. Got the stirring stick, got the spray applicator, got a swivel adapter of some sort. My hose is a 1/2 inch. When I called Lizardskin, they were very specific about you need to have a dryer. Now my system is kind of unique. I have my air dryer here, but it's all copper and it goes all the way over and down in. So I've got almost like 80 feet of copper, and what that does is that lets the air cool off. The air inside your compressor when it first comes out is hot, and then when it expands it cools, and that's where the moisture comes from. So you want to have your water filter as far from the compressor as you can. Alright, let's see. Yep, she's pretty separated. Been sitting there for about 8 months while I've been waiting for this to happen. Because I ended up doing my engine bay, which I had not planned on doing. Wow, that is thick stuff. And they said that's what it would be thick. So, couple of things. Sprayer. This tip is the 90-degree tip. Look at the size of the orifice on these things. Holy cow. I mean, you're slinging paint. You're not spraying it. Okay, YouTubers, Mother Nature, or God, has spoken to me and said, don't spray outside. How do I know that? 20-mile-an-hour winds now. It was no wind when I started to pick up, switched directions, and now it's blowing like crazy. I've got a door open, and you can see the plastics moving around indoors. So we've moved the Bronco indoors, made our own little space inside here, did a little test spray on some cardboard here to work with it, and I'm going to continue spraying there, trying to get a feel for how thick 20 millimeters is, or 20 mils, or whatever that is. So, okay, I've been playing around with this for a while, and what I've done is I have put a piece of tape on the strip. It's the middle two, you know, it's the 3rd notch, 4th notch, and 5th notch. I want it somewhere in there, but I've put this on here so that I can just wipe it off quickly, and then I can test without having to try to read it. Okay, I'm going to start spraying the underside. I put the 90-degree tip to spray up on here. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Wait a minute. I don't like the 90-degree tip. It's spraying kind of everywhere. Not as controlled as the regular tip. Definitely not as controlled with the 90, which I guess you should expect because you're spinning it around the corner. I don't know if you can see, but there's little droplets all over the place, which was not happening with the straight. Blew a little bit of the stuff I sprayed up. As the wind hit it, it pushed it around and off. So, done with coat number 1, and the first thing I noticed was the angle you're spraying at is huge, right? All the grooves in here I didn't get from this side. I'm sure this side there's plenty of stuff. And then even the same thing back here in the bed. When I'm leaning in, it's hard for me to get the right angle to get that sound control down. So I'm sure I don't have 20 mils in those spots. Next thing you need, so I've changed my gun so that the air hose is here instead of down, give me a little more freedom of movement. Also, how do you know if you're ready for the second layer? And that is, you put your thumb down and turn it 90 degrees. If it comes up with no black paint, overall, I gotta say, I kind of like it. Is it perfect? No, but I'm not perfect, so hey, what the heck. So I'm going to do that, and now that I have the angle, man, that spraying on that 90-degree tip going up really is my least favorite part of this process. But on the positive side, it appears I did a good job coating up there. I don't see any spots that are not well done. Okay, Bronco fanatics, we are done with coat 2, and just want to give you a kind of a wrap up of what's going on. We've got our second coat down, and I'm very certain we did not miss anything this time. So this is what it looks like up close, kind of like in the ads. So far 3 gallons just to do the inside tub. Twice with the sound control. I bought 6 gallons. I don't think I'm going to use 3 gallons to do the roof, so I will have some extra. A couple of just like, I'll say, observations. First of all is the can, that's about as low as it gets. You aren't going to get that last, let's see if we can get the light in there. You're not going to get that last 10 to 15% in the bottom. It's just not going to happen. The suction tube is just not deep enough. Second thing, observation. Why these don't come with the little pour spouts on them, you know, stir it up, put the lid down, pull the little nipple up. Boy, that would be such a great improvement. Hint, hint, Lizardskin, maybe you ought to have the new and improved version and put a damn thing so it doesn't spill all over the place. That's kind of where I'm at. Second thing is, as soon as you get done, get that thing in water so that it can start to not harden any faster than it can, because this is some thick stuff. My overall impression is that, man, after spraying this down with Lizardskin, this tub ain't rusting from this side, that's for sure. That's a lot of paint, and it's thick paint. It has filled in almost all of my seams. I mean, it's done, and we got 2 more coats to go of temperature control. So overall, I gotta say it's pretty good. Other thing, when I was spraying, when I got done, I kind of noticed that some areas were drying out of sequence. What I mean was, as I started here, went here, and then went over there and over there, and there were parts in here that were drying before in here, which means I didn't put as much here. So I added a little bit to it, and I used up what I could out of the gun, just kind of adding an extra coat. So overall, I'm happy. Oh, the other suggestion to Lizardskin, my friends, maybe I'm Polish, and I am, but why is your little spray thing almost the same color as your paint? Couldn't you make it out of white or orange or pink or, I don't know, green, neon green? It would be so much easier to see the depth. Let's get smart, guys. Overall, woohoo! All right, thanks for watching. The next video should be us doing the sound control, which will be, not sound control, the temperature stuff later this week. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, Broncos were made to be driven, not sit in garages.